I have the secret to making a fuck ton of money online, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly what it is, because let's be 100% honest with ourselves here. Everyone claims that making money online is like super easy and super simple, yet most people who end up trying either fail over and over again, or in some cases, they even end up losing money. But it's not necessarily because everyone saying that it's easy is like lying to you, or they're like selling you some false dream that doesn't exist. In all honesty, coming from somebody myself who literally used to think that making money online was a complete scam and that everyone was lying and that it was way harder than people made it seem to be, I'm here to say that it actually is as easy as what people claim to be. But not until you learn this important secret about making money online. And honestly, it's not even a secret at all, because you literally see it in front of you every single day, but you don't realize it because it's not what your brain wants you to see. Like, what I'm about to tell you is probably not necessarily what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear. And this will ultimately change your whole perspective on making money online, because it literally took me from failing business model after business model after business model, staying stuck, to finally starting to make hundreds of thousands of dollars online. And it's what's also allowing my students to make their first couple $1,000s online as beginners. And there's really only like 3 main concepts to the secret. So without further ado, let's start breaking it down. But real quick, before I tell you what the secret is, I want to clear something up first, because I promise that this video isn't going to be just like some BS video that you usually see out there. You see, I was just like you about 2 years ago. I was looking into making money online 2-3 years ago, and I saw the BS. I saw the dumbass clickbait YouTube titles and thumbnails where people were laying back in their chair talking about how to make $100 an hour the easy way as a teenager, or how to make $700 a day filling out surveys, or like doing like bullshit music, like listening to music and making money online. I've seen it all. And that's why I created this channel. Because when I was first a beginner, it wasn't until I found the right information that didn't have that BS, with the BS titles and the BS edits and the BS thumbnails. Like this video up until this point, I haven't edited this video once, and I don't plan on it either. That's the way that we keep this content. We keep it raw, organic, and I want to give you actual, real advice, not like some BS clickbait YouTube title that I could do to get hundreds of thousands of views, but I don't really care. So hopefully, if that's kind of like the approach that you think will increase the probability of you finding success, then you can drop a subscribe here on YouTube, and you can learn the information there. But the first key to the secret is setting realistic expectations. You see, let's take an analogy for a second. Let's just say, hypothetically, you were going on a longer car ride. Maybe it was a 1 or 2 hour car ride, or maybe even more than that. And you were going to visit some like family or friends. And let's just say you left a little bit later than you anticipated. And you ended up saying that you were going to get there at 4 o'clock, but for whatever reason, you had to leave a little bit late. So let's just say for this example, you're having to drive an hour and you left at like 3:15. The problem is that now when you end up starting to drive, you're all stressed out and you end up going faster, and maybe you get stuck in traffic, and then people are let down because you don't show up on time, and it just sucks, and it creates a bad experience. And this is what happens to 99% of people when they're trying to make money online. It's the same exact analogy. They set unrealistic expectations to reach their goals. So, and this is largely due to what I was talking about earlier with all the BS fucking YouTubers that talk about how to make money online like super fast and super easy. So it's partially their fault, but it's also partially your fault for setting unrealistic expectations. You see, if you genuinely think that you can go in and start making 10K per month in the next 30, 60, even 90 days, you're wrong. Realistic expectations. The way that I think about it, and the way that I recommend everyone I talk to thinking about it, is give yourself 2 years. If for whatever reason you go all in for 2 years and you don't find success, then fair enough. It doesn't work. You can call it a scam for the rest of your life. But I guarantee you, if you actually widen your horizon, you say, I'm not trying to make 10K per month in the next 30 or 60 days. I want to do it in the next 2 years. If you set a realistic expectation that is actually doable and actually possible, you can actually do it. Like literally going back to the car analogy, if if instead you just like texted the people that you were going to visit that you were going to be a little bit later and you were going to show up later, instead of like slamming your foot on the gas and trying to get there still on time, you'd probably enjoy the car ride a little bit more. You'd probably chill out a little bit more, and you'd probably also decrease the chance that you get into an accident, right? And this is the problem with making money online. Most people quit and hop to the next shiny object because they set an expectation that they're going to make 10K per month in the next 60 or 90 days. And when they don't do that, then they blame the business model. And then they go try the next business model. And they set another unrealistic expectation. And they do that over and over and over again. It's a brutal cycle. And this is why it takes some people to literally takes some people forever to make money online. Because they keep restarting the cycle over and over until they go through enough pain where finally after like 3 years they realize, holy shit, like this is the real problem. So just by applying this first principle, you can literally save yourself a couple of years, hopefully, of struggling, unless you've already gone through that. And if you have, well, it's good that you found this video because now you can break that cycle as fast as possible. The second secret to success, going back to the car analogy, is driving the right vehicle. Back to the analogy, the estimated arrival doesn't matter if your car is just going to break down halfway through. And like the way that you can think of your car breaking down is when you go out and start as a beginner trying a bunch of complex business models like SMMA, dropshipping, being a growth operator, and trading. So it is your duty to pick the right one from the start. Because if you go and try a complex business model as a beginner, your car will break down halfway through and you won't find success. Whereas as a beginner, if you get like a nice Honda Accord or Toyota Camry, and then as you're going through the drive, if you could just like switch cars as you're like building more skills and whatnot, then you can drive a Lambo by the end, right? But like literally most people, they pick the wrong business model and they end up doing something much more complex than their current skill level. And so what you need to do, like what I ended up realizing eventually, is that the best business model out there was ultimately selling a course or a coaching program to an audience, but you need the skill of selling first. Also, these same people that are running coaching businesses and courses, they actually need sales help. And so this allows you to have a competitive advantage where you can go in, you can work for one of these businesses, you can build your skill level, you can still make money now, but you can also prime yourself for the long term. So it combines the perfect duality of having a short-term vision where you should try to make money now, but you also should have a long-term vision, right? For me, I ended up deciding to do remote sales like I had alluded to earlier. I started with appointment setting, then I did high ticket closing for a little bit, then I started my own agency, and now I scaled that agency to 50K per month, and now I run my own coaching business on top of that, which allows you to start with an easy to start model that you can learn and build your skill set. And as you build your skill set, you make more money. The reason that you're not making money online right now is because you don't have enough skills, or your skills that you do have aren't very good and they aren't very sharp. So that's what you need to do. And then the third thing, and the last key to this formula, is that you need the right driver and CoPilot. So hypothetically, you have your initial route, but let's just say an accident were to happen and you need your friend in the passenger seat, let's just say, you need him to get you directions to the place. Or like let's just say your phone were to die. You're driving, you have Google Maps pulled up or Apple Maps or whatever. Your phone dies and you need your friend to get you directions. Now, what if your friend is like horrible at giving you directions and he fucks it all up and you end up wasting a ton more time to get to your route? Well, this is just like starting to make money online without having guidance and mentorship, right? Ultimately, a mentor and going in and working with a mentor is extremely important. It's what changed my life ultimately for me, or it was one of the keys of these three keys, right? But having a mentor to help you steer in the right direction when shit does not go perfectly is ultimately what you need. And it allows you to get to the destination faster because they kept you on the fastest route. And so for me, when I ended up starting my own agency, like I just talked about kind of in like my story, I very quickly went from 0 to 50K per month after doing appointment setting, high ticket closing, and starting my agency. A couple months into my journey, like 6 or 7 months into my journey, started my agency, and I very quickly went from 0 to 50K per month in about 5 months. Why? Not because that I was like some genius. It's because I actually paid for a mentor. I paid a lot of money, and it was a worthwhile investment. And so, quick plug, and I'll talk about this more in a second, but this is what I offer to my students, and this is what I help them out with. Because ultimately, having somebody as a co-pilot that can help you out and guide you in the right direction can save you so much time and get your results so much quicker. Again, you still need realistic expectations, but this allows you to actually stay on the course rather than your phone dying and then you have no direction on how to get there, and then this is the drive that you're going on until you get there. Right? You'll still get there. It's just going to take you so much more time. And ultimately, the secret to making money online, like I talked about at the beginning of the video, is combining all three of these: having realistic expectations, in the right business model, the right vehicle, and having the right co-pilot, aka the right mentor. If one of those goes wrong, shit goes south. But if they're all right, you'll make a lot of money and you'll do well if you have all three of those dialed in. So with that being said, I do offer one-on-one remote sales coaching where I go in and I teach you exactly how to make money online and follow in my footsteps, where I literally take people through the entire process myself. I hold their hand, I give them one-on-one coaching, I give them one-on-one advice every step of the way so that they know if they're doing the right stuff, and then we just keep going on that, or if they're doing the wrong stuff, we pull them out of that really, really quickly and get them on the right path. And literally just this week alone, I think I've had like 4 students land their first sales roles, which is absolutely awesome. So like complete beginners learning how to make money online, even if it's just a couple thousand a month, where you can obviously like grow your skill set and make more money in the future. And I don't want to stop there. I created this channel because I want to be the light in a dark industry where all these gurus are like giving you BS advice that doesn't actually work. They're doing it because it's very marketable. I can create content just like that too if I really wanted to, and I could pull in hundreds of thousands of views. But I intentionally don't do that because I have morals, right? So with that being said, if you guys want to apply or learn a little bit more about one-on-one coaching, if you're like, Trevor, dude, this video is awesome, I've been watching some of your content now, and I want to work with you hands-on one-on-one, then you have the opportunity to do that. You can book a call with myself in the link in the description, and we can jump on. If you got a little bit of money saved up for mentorship, then you can jump on that call, and we can see based on where you're at if you'd be a good fit to work with me. Or if you're just like, hey, Trevor, like that's great. I love that you offer mentorship, but I'm just going to keep watching the YouTube content for now. That's totally cool with me too. But ultimately, hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. And if you guys have any questions, concerns, anything like that, drop that in the comment section. But other than that, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.